Hey everyone, hope you have a good day. Just want to share with you from Luke 12, the parable of the rich fool. We talked about this at youth on Wednesday night, and I just want to share with everybody here on this devotion. I'll read Luke 12, starting at verse 13. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." But he said to him, "Man, who made me a judge or arbitrator over you?" And he said to them, "Take care and be on your guard against all covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." He told them a parable, saying, "The land of a rich man produced plentifully, and he thought to himself, 'What shall I do? For I have nowhere to store my crops.' And he said, 'I will do this. I will tear down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, and be merry.' And God said to him, 'Fool, this night your soul is required of you. The things you have prepared, whose will they be? So is the one who lays up treasures for himself and is not rich toward God.'" So we see here a man who comes to Christ. We know that in those times, the firstborn got a double in the inheritance. So Jesus saying two, so there's like two siblings here. And we see the younger one who wants to have equal share. So he's greedy. We know with God, obviously, when Jesus met this man, he knew already in his heart who he was, what he was thinking, his motives. And so that's why God perfectly lays out this parable to really get to the heart of the matter here. And so we see that this man, really just wanted stuff for himself, wanted the money to either, just to hoard up, to have more, to relax in life, and maybe buy things for himself, but really no influence with God, or no using this to bless others with this money. We see here in verse 15, "Take care and be on guard against all covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of possessions." We know in this life, right? And we know the world really pushes for that, right? To get things, collect things, to have nice things, have a nice car, nice house, clothing. And if we do that, we are somebody. I know many people like that, right? They have to have, all these things, all the toys, all the look rich, the look that they have something, to be in a different class, and then they feel happy. But it doesn't give us happiness, right? At the end of the day, I think those verses says, you store these things up, but who do you leave them to? You can't take them with you. You leave them to the people behind who don't appreciate it and don't really care about it, right? So why hoard this stuff up? And that's the whole point of this parable is, if God is the one who gives us what we have, God has blessed us, and we know that also in Luke says that he will give us food, clothing, shelter, right? He knows our needs. He'll take care of that. He'll give it to us. And he'll give it to us what we need, not the things that we want. And so God has given us all home as a shelter. He's given us clothing. He's given us food, right? He's given us the gifts to have the jobs that we have. And, we make the money, and we come and we have these things because of God. But we can't forget who gave it to us. We can't think it's me. I did this, so this is mine. And that's what usually happens, is that we get greedy and we think, hey, I did this, I deserve this, why should I give it away? Why should I give tithing to the church? Why should I give to the needy? They should do their own work. Because we forget what God has done. He's in control, and he can take it away. For us as Christians, we got to make sure that we understand that it's God who has blessed us, and that we are called to bless others with this. And so for us, to have the money, yes, we should be smart with the money, save the money, but not to have the heart or mindset of that we can't give it to the people who are in need. Understand that it's been given to us, and we need to give it to others as well. We need to give our tithing to the church, right? Doesn't matter if you're at the church. There's always going to be difficulties in the church. You may be upset with someone in the church, but we're still called to give that tithing so the church can continue on, right? The church can do God's work. Doesn't matter what church you're at, right? We're also called to give our money to the needy, right? And so, are we doing that? Are we giving? Are we looking for how we can bless others with what we've been blessed with? And we know this time of COVID, there are many people that are in need. Many people who have their own businesses have lost their business and their homes, right? Or they're elderly people that don't have anybody, right? And maybe they don't have anybody to help them, right? And it's not even just money as well, but it's our time. Are we there helping others? We can go out and serve others, right? We can be there to be a help to them. Go and cut their grass, whatever. Do errands for them. Go and listen to them. Talk to them, right? And get our focus off of us. And that's the thing, is once we start focusing on us and what we want, what we desire, or let our fear take over, that fear can drive us to hoard everything, keep working, keep collecting, and not giving anything to God. And then God calls us home, and God's going to ask us, what have you done? And we say, well, I was too afraid to give it away to other people. And that's going to be a hard lesson there learned. Or it could be those who want to even just, I've seen this too even with Christians, right? Get a good job, have a pension, and then once they get that early retirement, they're gone. They're on vacations nonstop. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if we keep doing God's work, if we keep doing the things He asks, if we're in the ministry, if we're out doing the things God has called us to. But if we're just doing it to enjoy life and have fun on our own without pouring into our church or pouring to others for God, then that's wrong, right? And that's what that parable says, that we got the storehouses, get bigger ones so you can sit back, relax, and be merry, and go, hey, look what I've done. I can do nothing. Well, as Christians, we never stop working, right, until God brings us home. All of us are on the mission field. And even if, we're wealthy, that's okay. And if we can retire early, that's great. But let's, plug in, start doing more for the Lord. And that's what we should be doing. We should be looking, okay, it doesn't matter if you have $5 or $5,000 to hand out to people. We need to be doing that faithfully, because God has blessed us and He's asked us to continue that on. It's because He knows if we keep it to ourselves, and it's all about us, how greedy we can be. And so for us to look at that and check our hearts and make sure, okay, God has been gracious to me to have the place that I have. I have a home, I have a vehicle, I have clothing, I have food in my cupboard. That's incredible what God has done. And the extra blessings He gives me, am I giving back to Him because I'm grateful for Him? Am I tithing? And am I looking to others to help them who need help? Because if you've ever been on, down and out and someone's blessed you, you know how that feels. You know how grateful you are to God. And so for us, are we doing that to others? Instead of hoarding for ourselves, let's open the doors for others. Because it's like if you ever had a parent or pass away and you had to clean out their house or apartment, what do you do with most of the stuff? You just get rid of it, right? Nobody has room for everything, right? And so the things that we collect and keep, they really mean nothing. And so let's give these things to people who need it. Let's make sure that we when we leave this earth, that we can be proud and that we haven't left a hoard behind. So for people to fight over, but let's have given it to people who are in need. Let's have given it to the church. Let's have given it to those that God has told us to give it to, and so that we can have that peace in front of God and know, hey, I did what you asked me to. So that's what I want to share with you guys today, and I hope everyone's okay. I know it's been a long year, and it's been a long time since we've seen each other, been together. So I hope everyone's doing well. If not, let us know. We're all trying to call everybody at the church, but if you need someone to talk to, just give us a call and just catch up. So I hope everybody stays safe, and we'll talk to you next week.